Hey yo, it's your boy Tori G here, and I'm here to talk to you about something super special. So today is my 6-month review of the SAS acoustic design firm SA25 reference monitors. These are 4-way studio professional quality monitors that have really changed the way I mix and listen to music in general. The SA25 is a 4-way studio reference monitor with 6 drive units housed in sealed enclosures spanning from 30 hertz all the way to 40,000 hertz or 40 kilohertz with very low distortion, wide dynamic range, and ultra fast transient response. It is designed for precise monitoring of 24-bit 192 kilohertz digital audio signal or line level analog audio signal. Features are high level SPL output and broad bandwidth. They're suitable for a variety of tasks such as field monitoring, broadcast, TV control rooms, and home studios. So when you get these speakers, what comes in the box? You get one speaker, SA25, a foot switch, which controls the on and off. You can actually toggle the 2 subwoofers on and off with the foot switch so you can really focus on the mid-range. A power cable and 4 removable cone-shaped feet. So on the back of these monitors, you get various controls. You get a high-frequency switch that controls everything, the shelving above 3 kilohertz. So you can go in increments of 2 dB up or down on those. You get an acoustic space switch, which cuts all the level of the frequencies below 800 hertz down by 2 or 4 dB. You get a middle frequency switch that controls everything at the center of 1 kilohertz, which is plus or minus 2 dB. You get a 4-channel selector switch, left or right, for digital input. So if you're using AES, you could toggle which speaker is what on either speaker. And then you also get an analog or digital input source selector. So if you're using your analog inputs or outputs from your interface to the speaker, you can do it that way as well. You get a volume control, which basically controls the general level of the speaker's output. XLR input, RCA input, TRS input, AES. You get all these nice inputs. You can even go through SPDIF when you have a SPDIF input and a through on those. Power switch on and off, IEC, and your AC selector for those guys overseas. So the cool thing about these monitors, they have been amazing for me. I've been able to hear every detail at the lowest volume to the highest volume, no issues. It really has changed the way that I've mixed. I've even charted a few songs just off these, these reference monitors with no hassle. So the way that I can tell that these speakers have been doing well for me is the number of revisions as far as details. Typically you may get revisions here and there. With my old monitors, I would get maybe up to 5 revisions just for stuff that I was hearing or not hearing. But with these, the most revisions I've gotten lately stop at like 2 or 3. Because I'm able to hear these details that the artists are keying in on, they might hear stuff that they don't like on their own voice. I'm already identifying them with these monitors, and they are great. The less revisions I've had to make, or the detail that I'm able to lock in with these, unparalleled. So as you can see behind me, I have these in the horizontal position. You can actually do these in horizontal or vertical. So if you have less space horizontally, or your stands can't support, definitely get some big stands, or you can have these things mounted or placed vertically so that they stand up. Now, you may be concerned about the vertical position, but the way these are designed, you can actually unscrew the waveguide and the air motion transformer, and flip it or turn it 90 degrees so that you can actually have accurate top end monitoring when you have these in a vertical position. So it's super dope. very flexible. The only issue I've had with these speakers are two things. Their size, they're fairly large, so you're gonna have to make sure you have space for them. And two, they're almost too good. It's a great thing though. So the reason why I believe that they're too good is because I'm hearing things that I would have never heard. And the problem with that for me is, personally, I lock in on those things. That's how my brain works. But on the flip side, they help me. So there are definitely more positives than negatives. Again, their size is pretty incredible. And that has caused me to buy new stands, some fairly large stands. There are some affordable ones out there. If you have the money, you can go for the really expensive ones. My stands are the Pro Rack from Rab Audio, the 6H Onus, and they are fine. They're great. I have enough space, and I'm pretty sure anywhere else I go, I'll still have enough space. But that's just a matter of what you got going on or what your future plans are looking like. Mid-range focus, man, I tell you what, I'm able to get these things locked in so good with any mix. I think what impresses me the most is the stuff that you're not hearing. So if you have saturation or some type of distortion going on in your mix, you can really identify what's going on and how to either fix or enhance those types of situations there. What I do like, they already have feet on them, so you don't need those special those ISO pucks. These already have something designed for these speakers in general. And man, I tell you what, these things are miraculous. So in some of the B-roll, you've seen the 6 drivers. It's literally 6 drivers inside these units. So you got your 2 10-inch woofers on the top and bottom exterior, or left and right if you have them placed vertically. And then you also have your 4 mid-range and your 3 mid-range, and then your tweeter in the center here. So as you can see, these have dedicated woofers. So these 2 control most of the mid-range, I think from like 300 or 400 to 1K. And then these 2 in here, I think this one goes from 4K and up, and then the tweeter, obviously everything above 4K. And the detail and clarity you can get from these, incredible. And when I tell you these are the most professional, profound speakers that I've ever used and have ever listened to, I mean it. The flexibility with being able to use those foot switches to cut off the subwoofers, the subs on the speakers, is very helpful. They kind of turn into mixed cube / NS10 kind of thing. Not as many options as those barefoots. However, it turns out that's all I need. The transient is true. It's true what the manual says. The transient response is really good. So any little detail, whether it be a mouth click, the top of a hi-hat, the shuffling of people moving around in the space, you can hear everything. It's amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend this speaker, and shout out to Raphael Capone for putting me on, man. Such an amazing technology in here. I'm keeping it very simple. I don't want to go too deep into the details. I want you guys to find out for yourselves. I'm going to post a link to their manual and their website. So again, shout out SAS Acoustic Design Firm and Mr. Raphael Capone for creating such amazing monitors. These things have really changed the way I mix and listen to music. Yo, SA25 life for sure.